Let me tell you something, brother. Today we're going to be covering a poll that says 46% of the country would support Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for the presidency, brother. Yeah.
You heard that right. If former professional wrestling superstar turned silver screen action hero, Titan Games host, and tequila entrepreneur Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson ran for president of the United States in 2024, 46% of the country would support him. At least that's what an April Piplsay poll of 30,138 American adults reported by Newsweek says. The poll gauged what the appeal of other celebrities running for office would be. Names included film and television stars Matthew McConaughey, Angelina Jolie, Tom Hanks, Oprah Winfrey, but Johnson fared the best of the lot. And Johnson actually told USA Today that he would seriously consider a run for the US presidency, quote, if that's what the people wanted, unquote. So that begs the question, should Johnson run for office? Let's discuss some obvious things that would accompany a Johnson presidential ticket. He would assuredly, undoubtedly, unquestionably be a lock for fittest president of all time. When it comes to public speaking, The Rock was arguably one of the greatest ever on the mic. He might be the best ever to cut a promo in a wrestling ring. He also gets a ton of practice these days, even though he's not a professional wrestler anymore, because he gets to speak to 227 million Instagram followers whenever he wants. That is one gigantic audience. For reference, the current POTUS, Joe Biden, he's got 18.1 million followers on Instagram. Former President Barack Obama, 34.9 million followers. Trump, 24.3 million followers. None of them even in the same ballpark of a social media following as the great one. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus previous presidents, we're going to compare and contrast here. Let's look at the credentials between them. Fun fact before we do, if Johnson were to win the presidency, it would be the third Johnson to hold that office. The first one was Andrew Johnson, who was president from 1865 to 1869, and the second was Lyndon B. Johnson from 1963 to 1969. So let's get into it. The Rock versus Joe Biden. Even though Johnson has one of the largest social media followings of anyone ever on the planet, he mostly abstains from weighing in on anything in the political sphere. Now that changed when he publicly endorsed the Democratic Biden-Harris ticket in late September of 2020, but he did so through a lens of intangible ideas, things like, quote, heart, drive, soul, unquote, rather than one of policy. One could presume that Johnson would run as a Democrat. The difference in political experience between Biden and Johnson, though, it's as vast as it gets. Biden, career politician. He first entered the U.S. Senate as a senator from Delaware in 1972 at the age of 30. He served 6 terms, that's 6 years apiece, before serving as Obama's vice president for 8 years. Unlike Biden, Johnson has held the moniker of the People's Champion since 1998 and lit a giant display of his name on fire with a flamethrower at WrestleMania 32 in 2016. To the best of our knowledge, the number of match-ending people's elbows that The Rock has dropped over his wrestling career is substantially more than Biden has ever dropped in Congress. Let's move on to The Rock versus Donald Trump. Johnson's political experience is much more akin to that of his co-WWE Hall of Famer, Donald Trump. The CEO of WWE, Vince McMahon, was a major donor to Trump. Trump named McMahon's wife, Linda McMahon, to his cabinet as the administrator of the Small Business Administration. Before that role, Linda McMahon ran for the Senate twice in 2010 and 2012 as a senator from Connecticut. She lost both races to Democrats Richard Blumenthal and Chris Murphy, respectively. It is unclear if the McMahons would donate to The Rock's presidential campaign if he were to run for president as a Democrat. As we saw in 2016, being a celebrity with name recognition is exceptionally valuable when it comes to winning the presidency. Still, if the U.S. is going to smell what The Rock is cooking, if you smell what The Rock is cooking in 2024, we just hope that his candidacy and the country doesn't hit rock bottom. I'm Phil Bleckman for BarBend.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
I am the king of kings because I'm a cactus jack of all trades. All eyes on me as I tear the quad of Triple H twice in a singles match for trying to play in the game. Finally, Big E, tell Kofi to grab his Steph Curry's and start playing D because the wrestling industry is about to see how dominant I can be when I'm on my A game. Welcome to the Slam